Alright, so boom, turn me up, don't turn me down. We back at it with another video today. We got he quit on national TV. Now, before I start this video, link it in the description to the original video. I want to check it out without my reaction. Shout out to the man Mike. But Dre Greenlaw took Campbell's spot. So Campbell didn't want to come in the third quarter, and he left the field and said he wasn't going to play. So it's just so much chaos going on. George Kittle had comments to say about Charvarius Ward. I'm sure that Mike is going to talk about in this video right here, man. So we're going to break everything down. Like up, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and let's get it. We're on the road to 10K. We almost at 9K. I think I need like 40 more followers. We had 9K. We definitely going to get 10K before the year over. So,
Francisco 49ers
share my channel, man. Let's get
from
10K.
Linebacker Devondre Campbell refusing to go into the game during Thursday night's loss.
Devondre Campbell, he didn't play and he went into the locker room at some point.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to play today.
It's my favorite time of the year.
Like, not wanting to play is insane.
Game at the end of the season start to have a little bit more meaning. This is typically the time of the year where we do our post-game recaps. And although we're a little bit late on this one, this last Thursday night football game between the LA Rams and the San Francisco,
and it was a horrible game, by the way.
Was very significant. There was a lot on the line in this divisional matchup, and it seemed like we have an idea of where the San Francisco 49ers currently are. So before we get to the content, we are less than 16,000 subscribers away from reaching
subscribe to that boy Mike
on this channel, 1 million subscribers. So if you want to help
shout
us
out,
get
man,
there before the new year, make sure you
I'm trying to get there too, man, but hey, we just gotta keep on grinding. We're gonna skip past the intro part. All right, here we go.
And then we just need
skip
to
past the promo, underdog, parlays, prize picks. You already know how you get down. And all right, here we go.
And I was certain this was gonna hit. Now I posted this pick onto my Instagram story. Plenty of picks on a day. This upcoming microphone inside for the sponsor.
Alright, now we ready.
12. What's going on, everybody? If you asked me as a regular fan of football, I'm an individual that really doesn't like the San Francisco 49ers, primarily because they beat my favorite team each and every time we have to the playoffs, save for last year when we faced the Green Bay Packers.
Cowgirls.
That was exponentially more embarrassing. But I do have a lot of respect for the way that the
we literally own the Cowboys.
Run. This is an organization that is notorious for not always hitting on their first round draft pick, like Solomon Thomas or Reuben Foster or Mike McGlinchey or Javon Kinlaw or
okay, we get it, Mike.
Not only established a winning culture,
damn, Mike.
They seem to be incredible at hitting in the late part of the NFL draft. Whether it's George Kittle in the 5th round, Dre Greenlaw in the 5th round, which is going to be very important later on in this video, Diamador Lenore in the 5th round, Halanua Hufanga in the 5th round. I mean, honestly, if I'm the 49ers at this point, I would just trade my first round picks for more 5th round picks. Because
why does everybody keep saying that? He's not the first YouTuber I heard say that. It seems like every YouTuber that talk about the 49ers to talk about draft picks, they say the same thing.
But there's also Fred Warner in the 3rd round, and obviously they've hit on some of their first round picks in the form of Nick Bosa and Brandon Ayuk. Obviously, the very cherry on top of these draft picks is none other than Brock Purdy. The 49ers were really aggressive in trying to find their quarterback of the future, and they found him in Brock Purdy in the 7th round of the 2022 NFL draft. And there's a huge question about his future. How much is his value truly? Should he reset the market at the quarterback position once the
How much y'all think?
Well,
comment down below. I'm trying not to pause too much. How much y'all think Brock Purdy is worth? Comment down below.
This point, Brock Purdy had a stainless record as a quarterback in the NFL. And a lot of fans like to say that he was being carried by Kyle Shanahan's offense and a very good supporting cast. And his numbers did take a little bit of a dip this year, but I don't really know if I could fault Brock Purdy because it's my personal philosophy that a quarterback can't single-handedly carry a NFL team unless if they happen to be
Patrick Mahomes.
Now, as a result of these decisions
I'm not trying to hear
in
Patrick
the
Mahomes
Kyle
in this video,
Shanahan era, the 49ers have had an incredible run of dominance. I mean, sure, they've never won the Super Bowl, but when this team has been fully healthy, they've always at least made it to the NFC Championship game. It's like every time
I said the same thing.
They either lose in the NFC Championship game or they lose in the Super Bowl to the Kansas City Chiefs. Since signing with the San Francisco 49ers in 2017, Kyle Shanahan has led this team to 4 conference championship appearances and 2 Super Bowls. John Lynch has done an incredible incredible job constructing this team, making savvy trades for players like Christian McCaffrey to extend their championship window. But this past year was completely different. You see, starting all the way in the summer from Brandon Ayuk demanding a contract extension, eventually getting the contract extension, and then suffering an injury in the middle of the
season. Chiefs dark evil magic working in the play to injure Ayuk. They injure Ayuk and they injure Drake Greenlaw in the Super Bowl. And y'all don't believe they have evil dark magic. Crazy.
Or Christian McCaffrey starting out the season with an injury that required him to fly out to Germany to receive treatment, only to return for 4 games and then suffer a season-ending injury again. In the beginning of the season, the 49ers had Jordan Mason taking Christian McCaffrey's spot, and he looked like a star in the making, but even he suffered an injury, and it just gets worse from here.
I wonder when Jordan Mason coming back.
Ricky Pearsall got shot and was out for a month and a half before returning to the 49ers, which in of itself was remarkable. But all over this team, there is plenty of injuries. Trent Williams was injured, and Deebo Samuel isn't injured, but I don't know what's going on with him. I mean, this man magically just lost the ability to play football.
I think it's because he changed his number, honestly. As soon as he changed his number, he's just been playing trash, like, respectfully.
Ever since he got his contract.
You need to go back to 19.
Now, if you guys remember in the offseason when we were covering the Brandon Ayuk saga, I said it was way more likely for the 49ers to trade Deebo Samuel or cut Deebo Samuel than retain him. And given his body of work since his contract extension in 2021, it's easy to see why. Not only would the 49ers save a tremendous amount in cap space if they were to let him go, but he's clearly a shell of his former self. Deebo Samuel has had a knack for dropping catchable passes this year, which is even more significant considering the fact that the 49ers are without Brandon Ayuk for this season. And things got so bad that Deebo Samuel even took to Twitter prior to this game to discuss it. In what was one of the funniest moments in the NFL this year, Deebo Samuel tweeted that he's not struggling at all, he's just not
struggling at all, just not getting the ball. I think he deleted this tweet too.
Not getting the ball. Shrug emoji. He got slapped with this hilarious community note saying
not struggling at all, just need to get the ball. He leads the team in drops, he is struggling. Readers added Wait, Twitter? Wait, what? I ain't see this shit. I just seen this part. Readers, wait, is this real? Readers added context. He leads the team in drops, he is struggling. Did Twitter add that onto his tweet?
He leads the team in drops. He is struggling. As a result, Deebo had to delete this tweet. And when he had an opportunity to hold himself...
Nah! That's why he deleted the tweet!
Got a lot of attention yesterday.
Wait.
Accountable, this is what he had to say.
You had a tweet that got a lot of attention yesterday. You care to expand on your feelings or what you wanted to convey with that?
I mean, you read what you read. A little frustrated for sure.
Kyle and Brock said that you guys talked.
Hey, he chilled all that go bad hard.
And things like that. Something that's discussed during those kinds of
conversations. 100%. Yeah.
Do you see that? Do you sense that? I mean, as soon as you get the ball, that there's like 3 or 4 guys out there on the perimeter.
I mean, there's 3 or 4 guys whenever, no matter who got the ball.
It's cyclical with guys getting touches. You expect it to come back around for you, right? In terms of
when it comes, it comes.
You would think after seeing what happened with
why he being so awkward about it though? Like, damn. I ain't gonna care, bro. Yeah, I don't think Deebo coming back on the team next year. I really feel like John Lynch and them boys, they about to clean house.
When it comes, it comes.
There's gonna be a lot of players not coming back next year.
You think after seeing what happened with AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts over
I'm reacting to this video next, so Eagles fans, don't worry, y'all time is coming.
Last week, which by the way, they squashed their beef.
Don't squash it, keep beefing.
That Deebo Samuel would take a different approach, maybe hold himself a little bit more accountable here, but no. He decided to just fan the flames even more, which was significant because the 49ers were fighting for their lives in this crucial divisional matchup versus the Los Angeles Rams. The NFC West is typically one of the most competitive divisions in football, and this year it is as well, but in a much uglier way. I mean, going into this game, the Rams were 7-6, the 49ers were 6-7, so clearly the 49ers, who are at the very bottom of this division, needed a win if they wanted to keep their playoff hopes alive. And in what was one of the most ugliest games I think I've ever seen, Deebo Samuel just completely sabotaged his team. And it wasn't just Deebo Samuel, it gets way sadder, but we have to cover Deebo first. You see, Deebo Samuel started his masterful performance by deciding that he was going to play as a member of the Los Angeles Rams. On this 1st and 10, Deebo Samuel decided to tackle Isaac Guerendo
Wait, what the? Wait, was that in the highlights? I don't remember seeing that.
On this
What
first
the fuck?
deciding that he was going to play.
Bro, why
as a
did he
member
run
of
into
the
him?
Los Angeles Rams.
Yo, Deebo! Yo, this is bad. You just side butted him. What's your side butt? No Diddy.
On this 1st and 10,
Yo, what
Deebo
the
Samuel
fuck,
decided to tackle Isaac Guerrero
Bro, what the
behind the
hell?
line of scrimmage. And right when you think it can't get any worse, Deebo Samuel essentially lost the game for the 49ers. On 3rd and 10, in a crucial situation
we
versus
seen that
the
in
LA
like,
Rams,
he
in a
dropped
game where
that dude.
touchdowns were non-existent,
That was insane.
Brock
I
Purdy
don't know how he
found
dropped that.
Deebo Samuel on a signature
Oh, he about
play
to
of
show it
his,
right here.
a slant down the middle.
Like, bro, Deebo, you gotta catch that. That would have been a touchdown too.
That typically was good enough for either a huge gain or for a touchdown. But instead, Deebo Samuel dropped the ball. So this didn't really help Deebo's case at all. And it's just so funny because someone posted this on X. Did you do the dishes? Picture of Deebo Samuel.
I seen
What
that.
does that mean? It means they're
he's
washed.
washed.
At this point, it's not a stretch to say that
I see that
Deebo's
shit.
San Francisco 49ers career is in jeopardy following this season, but it gets way worse for the 49ers. Now, the San Francisco 49ers really needed linebacker depth. So in free agency, they decided to pursue a one-time first-team All-Pro by the name of Devondre Campbell. Now, Campbell has been consistent as ever, especially when he was playing with the Green Bay Packers. And so far for the San Francisco 49ers, he was one of the better linebackers on the roster. He started in 12 of the Niners' first 13.
Yo, Campbell was really an undercover agent if you really think about it. Like, this man was really, I feel like he was just plotting on us or something. You know, like he really didn't want to be a San Francisco 49er. Like, he just wanted to take the money, and then when the time was right, he was just gonna dip on our ass. I honestly feel like that's what happened. He didn't really fuck with us
filling
for
in
real.
for Dre Greenlaw.
Man,
But
fuck-
Dre
man,
Greenlaw
fuck him, bro.
returned in the 49ers matchup against the LA Rams. So Campbell was benched and did not play in the first
Either
half.
with us or
Once
against
Greenlaw
us.
experienced fatigue, the team asked for Campbell to enter the game, but he refused and said he's not playing today and decided to go to the locker room. And 49ers players really didn't like this. When you consider the adversity that this team had to go through throughout the year, you can't really blame them. I mean, Ricky Pearsall was shot, and in a month and a half later, returned
So
to
much
the
players
team.
going
The man
through
was
stuff.
fighting for
That's
his
what I'm
life.
saying though. So much players going through stuff. Like Ricky, he got shot. Travaris Ward lost his daughter. I think Trent Williams lost his kid too. I think he's gonna say it. What else happened? Is players dealing with injuries? Fred Warner, he ain't at 100%. Like, man, that's insane.
Charvarius Ward lost his daughter and still returned to the team, which is so difficult to do, and I hope none of us ever have to experience such a thing. Christian McCaffrey had to go to Germany in order to try to speed up his recovery timetable to play. And then you have Devondre Campbell refusing to play, and this is how Charvarius Ward felt about it.
Definitely hurt the team because, you know, D went down, and we needed a linebacker, you know, and I think Flan was named up too. So for him to do that, that's some sucker stuff to me.
Sucker ass shit.
Like,
sucker ass
probably
shit.
gonna get cut soon, so, you know.
But he did get cut.
Multiple members of the 49ers had a lot to say about this. I mean, George Kittle said this.
Does that create dissension or disbelief or just disconnection on the sideline?
Not disbelief or disconnection like as a team. That is one person who just decided not to, you know, play for his teammates. And I don't think
I ain't seen his ass in
that doesn't,
Miami
like,
next
doesn't
week.
make our offense look at each other and be like, wow, man, you know, we're falling apart. It's more of a, or like the defense, hey, we're falling apart. It's more of a one person making a, like Mooney said, a selfish decision. And I'm with Mooney on that. And I've never been around anybody that's ever done that. And I hope I'm never around anybody that does that again.
And of course,
Couldn't
probably
say
my
any
new
better,
favorite
kiddo.
trending meme. Are you coming in today? Picture of Devondre Campbell. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not going in. I love this trend. This is by far the stupidest thing I think I've ever seen a player do.
Oh, we never
because I understand.
This man never steps foot in another NFL locker room, NFL field, none of that. I hope his NFL career over with. You might as well retire now.
On one hand, 3 years ago, you were on top of the world. You had a career year for the Green Bay Packers, and then you signed this huge contract extension with them. A year later, a 5-year deal worth $50 million, and then you get released 2 years after that contract extension. I can understand that being a tough blow to deal with, but you're still playing football. You signed a 1-year, $5 million contract with the San Francisco 49ers, and he was having a great season up until that point. I mean, he was about to enter free agency, and there was going to be a huge demand for his services, but this bit of hubris might have screwed all that up. And Kyle Shanahan announced very shortly after that Devondre Campbell's probably not playing for them again.
What do you need to do to ensure that you don't lose the rest of the locker room?
I haven't lost anybody. That's somebody who doesn't want to play football. That's pretty simple.
All on him.
I mean, I think our team and myself, we know how we feel about that, so I don't think we need to talk about him anymore.
It's just so sad whenever you see a player set themselves up so well. I mean, he literally did what he was supposed to do. He came in, he had one of the best seasons of his career on a team that really needed him to fill in for a star player, and then he got benched. I mean, you already have tape for 15 weeks of the season, bro. The man already exceeded his tackle numbers as a member of the Green Bay Packers last year. Sure, he's not close to 2021, but it's enough for him to continue getting contracts in the NFL. So I don't know why he would screw himself over like this, because I think this one move would scare away any teams from potentially signing him. At the end of the day, I feel a lot of empathy for the San Francisco 49ers because they usually make the right decisions. So long as they don't fire Kyle Shanahan, I think there's a lot of hope for them moving forward. Every once in a while, they have a year like this where just everything hits the fan, all their players get injured, and then they end up having a terrible season. I don't think that's an indictment on the coach. It's just really hard to perform when your highest paid players aren't available to play. Whether it's Trent Williams or Brandon Ayuk or Christian McCaffrey or Dre Greenlaw for the majority of the season, there's only so much you can do to try to put a band-aid on an offense that is clearly in shambles. And they did the best that they possibly could.
If it was,
they ended up not making the playoffs.
I'm trying to tell y'all, if it was healthy, ain't nobody mess with us. Ain't nobody fucking with us when we healthy. We're the best team in the NFL when we're healthy, all right? So, if like next year, y'all don't want to see us next year. Promise you that.
I think it was impressive that they were in this position to begin with, because I think in any other circumstance, most teams in this situation that lost their best players would probably be 3 or 4 win teams. Well, let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about all this.
Yeah, man, y'all comment down below how y'all feel about Campbell leaving the third quarter, how y'all feel about Deebo, how he's been playing this season. Y'all feel like Deebo's gonna come back to the team next year? If you ask me, I highly doubt he is. I feel like he's going to get released more than probably getting traded. But yeah, man, like up the video, subscribe, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one.